That sounds awesome. Can I get the toms now? Hit the hi-hat a little bit. I'm gonna send this through. It'll just say 3 on your guys' headphones. Well, it's connected to 3 and 4, but 3 will control the volume, so it'll be in stereo. So test that out, see how that sounds. It should be sending. Alright, I'm coming for you next, Mitch. Yeah, you got a lot of choices now. There's like 3 different mics on there, so cool. We should get some cool tones. You want to go ahead and play some bass there, Eli? What next? I kind of want to put a few different compressors through. How about you guys just jam the first song out?
Sounds awesome.
Can you hit the kick a little bit? Give me a little snare there. Give me a little bit of bass there. Is there anything you guys need before we start tracking?
We need a metronome, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. What tempo? 180? Okay, yeah, let me pull it up. But during those parts where it's just you playing, you definitely had that locked in. I think either one, yeah, Mitch, maybe you turn yours up a little bit. Like when you were coming in, you was kind of rushing a bit.
Okay.
But it sounded solid still, like without even going to the metronome. I don't know, because I feel like it sounds natural when you guys kind of speed up at that part a little bit, you know? Like, I don't know, it's up to you guys, but I kind of liked not sticking to the metronome, personally. But it's totally up to you guys, but...
You want to do one more where we turn it up, and then if we can't get it, we'll just go for this song, no metronome.
Let's try again with the metronome and see what happens.
All right. Let's do it again.
You guys were definitely on the click that time. That was tight, for sure. Yeah, that was definitely good. Mitch, you're still rushing like the tiniest bit. Just like a little bit in those in-between parts. And Adrian's like, all right, come on, bring it back down. I can tell. Just the tiniest bit. No, that was actually really tight, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that was a really good take.
I think the drums on the previous take were probably better.
You want to hear it?
The other thing too is because we played to the click, you could, in theory, I mean, not that we want to like read drums after the day, but we can mix it naturally. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It is possible.
The good thing is that we have definitive pauses in the drums.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Since it is recorded to a click though, I mean, if there's like a section of drums that you like from one part, that's like in time well with the guitars and stuff, yeah, we could do that.
Like, would you be able to send me all of the drum takes so I can, like, because that'll probably take a while and I really want to listen to all of it.
Yeah.
My distortion pedal is just my volume knob.
That was tight. Definitely. I think it'd be best to just still do all the overdubs and stuff, and I can dissect and move stuff, and I can move stuff around. Okay. As long as we pick one full tape to go off of.
I think the fourth one. Like, I think I totally missed my distortion pedal. I'll go over that later.
Look at these guys. Wow.
Whoa.
Got you.
Up,
Up. Straight. Straight up and to the right. Thank you. Yeah. It's the Mini Studio F.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Indeed.
It's cool.
Lovely. This is sick.
See this? See this? I
Cables,
just kept-
very important to recording instruments. Pedals, also important.
Did you find the cone?
I am searching. I see the outline now.
SM.
Oh, there it is.
So we got SM57,
Yeah, right there.
SM58, that's what we had. Which is really just a
It just
glorified 57.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, 58 is basically a 57 that you can hold in your hand.
I got like an hour's worth of footage yesterday.
I thought you were about to say sleep. I was like, damn, dude.
That's
No,
not-
real though, real.
because my phone died and I didn't know how much I got. I got 2 time lapses and then just us doing shit.
My time lapse didn't save.
Really?
Yeah.
I got one of both
Damn.
of us.
I don't know what happened to my
The
time.
time lapse of setting up?
What?
Yeah, of setting up like all the guitar mic stuff. Like I don't know what happened.
Damn, that's weird.
I can see you in there. I went up.
You're not gonna drape it?
And,
Bro,
went to
it's
the
a
bathroom,
curved
and I
stack,
came back.
and we're in the studio. You don't need to put it this close to the speaker. And when you're in the
Yes,
studio,
you
you
do.
can take advantage of some space.
Well, it was way hard.
Dude, you'd be amazed at how much different tone differences you get when you just back it up like this. It's like a whole different tone. It's crazy.
That is
Butch
true.
Vig-
Yeah, it did. Sounds awesome.
Limiter sucks. Never used a limiter. Ever. I mean, maybe. I don't know when you would ever use a limiter. If something's like very dynamic and you just want to squash it. I don't know. I don't know when you would ever use that. Sure. 17.
One for the Jam song is my favorite. It's my favorite of your solos.
It's kind of just
Up in the mics and everything, I'll just EQ them a little differently, make one bright. I do like having 2 different tones, slightly, in some way, but if it's 2 like slightly different amp tones, that's the best.
Well, I was almost thinking. I wonder for
Freaking getting this guitar track set up here. Hear that?
Oh.
That's out of phase. That's how I click this. In phase.
Wow.
That's those top two mics. Because they're both like barely off. I have one on center and the other one's a little off. So that's both of them together. And they are like literally opposite phase. I put them out of phase and they sound fucking awesome. My little tip for how I do guitar. Oh, it's gonna be super. That's just the daydream. That's literally just flipping the face.
Sounds that'd be kinda cool to like do one take with the phase flipped on that.
Yeah,
and
they're
the
like
other.
totally different tones. That reminds me of like some 70s shit. That tone. That's like some 80s devious.
It's after this ends.
After that.
you could honestly start it there, and then it's where it builds that dum 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 dum. Right after that is where the solo is.
Alright, okay. I'll start you off right here.
Mine go ahead.
That was fucking good, man. Yeah, yeah.
Our wonderful and talented singer, Abby, will be coming in to sing.
Hell yeah.
I just want to see.
All set up for vocal
Don't get
takes.
ashamed about it.
We got the
producing heat.
PSM 44.
Sir.
So damn hot.
I gotta take all these out because. Do it again! I wasn't filming. Stop.
Where are you plugging it at?
I'm gonna go through the UA, the old trusty,
Old trusty, old
UA.
reliable.
and I think I'm gonna put it through the 76 also. Well, no, I'll put it through distressor actually, just to kind of eliminate the need for more compression.
It is
Put the
required.
headphones on, or like look like I'm doing something, or
No, how are you feeling? You ready for
Oh.
some takes?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
That's what
So
we like to
pumped.
hear.
This is the banter we all were looking for.
Yeah.
Is it even set for voice in the headphones, you know?
Play that back.
Let it run, Ali.
Oh
Let it
no.
run on.
Let it run out.
I'm here to get it, trust.
You will hear 4 cycles of us playing, and then you can start saying. Instead of 2, it'll be 4. So
is it like where the gain? We turn up the gain.
I'll turn up the gain on the guitar. That's how you'll know.
Yeah.
So I'll show you. I'll go like this. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good. Okay. Can't go wrong with the keys.
and it's like right at the end, but I can't remember when I decided to start.
I see.
You want to play that whole last section again?
Yeah.
Just
Why don't we just
play
do
around
it and
with
then mess around
Yeah.
with it?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. I'll put you in right when. Do you want to go during like where it's just the bass and drums, or like where the guitars come back in? Probably during that area. Is that what you're thinking?
I have guitar solo and then breakdown, so you could do after Mitch's guitar solo.
Okay, cool. Alright, let me find it real quick. I think it's.
We gotta go in and do this.
Is that the guitar solo? That whole stuff? Okay, cool. That was cool.
squeeze past you.
I think I got it this time.
Do you want me to start from where guitars come in then?
I could just do a whole run through again.
Okay. Same spot then. It would be cool if she did like some kind of build up thing, like on the second pause right before, like where the blast beats and stuff is, like some kind of like build up. You know what I mean? I thought maybe that's what she was talking about, but I'm not sure.
Well, I think we'll see. I couldn't hear what she was saying last time, but I think that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if she wants to throw something in right here or what.
Adjusting the mount.
I'm actually watching her through the window.
Nice, like it ran over.
That was great. That was awesome.
I think that was deeper. Were you guys serious about doing the harmonies?
Yeah.
On this?
Yeah.
Oh, they're dead serious. I think the boys are coming after you. They're going for the mic.
Yeah. Do you want to? Would it easier if we just do it together?
On the
I
same
think
mic?
that would be cool to do it on one mic.
I think we should do it.
Cool.
So it's possible.
A la Beatles style.
A la.
Post takes, how you feeling?
Good. I'm excited to hear what it sounds like.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Roark, you gonna get to work?
I'm getting to work.
All right.
We're working.
Thanks, Dave.
So,
That's pretty nice. Are we gonna stop or are we just gonna keep?
Yeah. Let's try and keep going.
Big breath.
So get a lot of breath.
Yeah.
Got another set of headphones going.
Yes, sir. Now they're actually gonna flip the headphones and share one ear. Here, I'll take this one. So you guys will have the same mix, so you're
That's
just
cool.
gonna share a mix,
Nice.
basically. Yeah.
Oh, I
Up
can
to
hear
you
myself.
guys. Yes, it's pretty loud. I'm gonna have to turn it down a bit.
Okay,
I don't know
that's
how
cool.
loud
Ooh,
I'm
yep.
sing, but
A little bit.
Good luck, boys.
it was probably it was probably just her because she probably wanted it loud too. So
Yeah.
I think it's 7.
7?
Yeah.
Cool. How's that, Eli? You have a higher part, so maybe you need. I think
Get that dough.
Close that door.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I already know how to turn this down. All right, boys.
straight up.
Wow.
We're ready.
I think where you guys should stand is like try to be at the same distance away from the mic. You know what I mean? Kind of both attack it from the front if you can. Where is this part at?
The choruses, so.
Okay. I will find them real quick. Let me find them.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's very Alice in Chainsy. Yes, I like the fourths. All right, let me turn you up a bit too. Sing at that exact same volume you just sang at. Maybe a little louder if you want.
Are we in tune with each other? I don't know. Abby, are we in tune? Is it anyone in there? Are we in tune?
I think Eli was just a little bit flat. But also vowels. Don't be like eh. Make it more like more like a
I like that.
Yeah.
Just because they're kind of humming too. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
You scared Eli.
A big breath.
It's so loud.
Cool. Now Mitch is a little louder. Gosh dang it. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Same exact volume right there, yeah. Give it a few practice runs.
I can't tell.
I'm considering
I think you're just always a little sharp. Yeah. You're like the
I'm
smallest. bit.
considering having them do their own mics and then I'll pitch correct a little bit. I'm considering that also.
We have needed to do
Just-
that lots of times.
Let's just go.
So I would not think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, let them do it again. Okay, you ready? That one was good. Yeah, that one was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let me zoom to the next one.
Well, let's do it again. Hey man, this shit pretty good, man.
All right, I'm gonna go a little bit back from where I just started. You guys ready, Scooty Beep? Skitty Bop, Beep Bop, Baby Bob Dan? Bitch was like, who's him? I don't know.
That's so good.
Pardon? Scooby.
I have to start the track to stop this. One more time.
Slay.
That was good. I like that one.
And two.
We got
The last
applause.
one? Okay. Abby applauded you this time. Wow. Everyone give each other a round of applause.
You can hear the flows. I know, that's what I'm saying.
I heard you thump on the ground. It was like boom.
Oh no, could you hear me moving?
No, not.
Okay.
I mean, not while the music's playing. Definitely not. This is not an acapella Foley album. Okay? That was good, actually. That was good. That was good.
Yay!
It kind of faded out. Like you guys kind of faded out with it a little bit. Like I think that kind of worked. Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Tambourine.
Let's get a 10. Caucus 10. And maybe the wrong.
I think you should do it closer to the mic, but I don't want to blast my ear holes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's cool. That was perfect.
Mm.
I say we keep it.
Do it for the doc.
My friend Nick can do that like really well, and I have no idea how he does it. Do that. Go ahead. Idiots.
Nice.
I'm working with idiots. Idiots.
Just arrived at Studio A. Let's get rolling.
So I've already done the work to set these sessions up. I still need to pull them up on the computer. And I've already come in here and done 2 small pre-mixes, so I know where I'm gonna route everything, all the compressors and EQs I'm gonna use. And I kind of have a general rough mix already planned out in my head. And so now I have to recall the mix on the board because everything is back to 0. So everything I've done before is basically just been wiped out and I have to put it all back on. So usually what I do for that is I just take pictures of all the channel slots and I write down in my notes where I patched everything, what reverbs I used, where they went on the board. So yeah, that's gonna be all that. But the first thing I gotta do is get some board tape and label all the tracks so I know what the hell I'm doing. So I've got the board tape down, all the tracks are labeled, all the way down there. I had to do it in pencil, because I could not find the Sharpie. First thing I had to do in the patch bay, though, was this whole section of the Audient console over here is different from over there. These are not automatically patched through to the inputs of the Audient. So I had to physically take the outputs from 25 to 30 and patch them in to tracks 25 to 30 on the Audient. So I had to do that in the patch bay. So that's the first step also before doing anything else. Now I got to go through and I'll just do a little volume mix of everything. And then once I do that, I'm going to refer to my pictures and kind of get these EQs back to where I want them. Then I'm going to bus them down here to these buses, which is all up here, and all these busing channel strips and stuff. So that's the next move. So I'm matching the EQ that I had on my phone. I took pictures of everything from the last time I was in here, and I liked how everything was EQ'd. So I'm at least going to start from where I was, and if I want to tweak stuff, I can go back and tweak it. But when you recall stuff on the board, you kind of want to keep it how it was when you left and just go from there. It's kind of like starting from where you just finished at and then go back. So that's the best way to do it. I mean, I'm not going to start from scratch every time. We'll be in here for an extra hour just for no reason when I already like how everything was. Like, I enjoyed how it was. Just like when you pull a session up in Pro Tools, you don't have to go back and remix everything. So this is kind of like doing that. When you just open Pro Tools, it's there. But on analog, it's all manual. Like, every single component. Simplest thing's all manual. So this is the stressful part before you get to the fun part. And I'm getting it as exact as I can just from the pictures. Like I said, I can always go back and tweak stuff. If I don't even like it anymore, I can always change it. I just want to get it as close to how it was as possible so that I'm not just starting from scratch every single time. So yeah, these are all like the high pass or high filter, low filter stuff. This is like a 10K knob, the red knobs. And down here is like 50 hertz to 100 hertz. And then these are all the mid ranges. So this is where you get all the specific stuff. But like on the overheads, I'm just cutting out all the low end, and then I'm just kind of boosting everything around 10K, just kind of generally. And then I have some other like niche stuff I can do in the mid-range stuff. So what I'm doing now is going back through all the compressors that I have in my notes. Snare, there's a floor mic for the drums, the bass. I'm setting the whole bass bus group to a compressor, all 3 tracks. And the vocals and the guitars, I have an EQ, so I'm resetting everything to how it was, which also takes a while. And then I have a picture of the settings that I had on the compressors, so I can put them back exactly where they were. And every time I do that, I usually go back and just tweak it anyway. But like I said, I don't like to just completely reset from scratch. So I just want to you're kind of just like taking a picture of everything how it was and just putting it back like you were never gone and just putting everything back to the way it was. But obviously, if you owned a console at home, you would never have to do this because you would just keep it set up as is. But we're in a shared space, so that's an extra variable. I guess if you're in a shared studio space with other people there, you would still have to do this. So, you know, it's just kind of a part of the analog mixing world. So I'm gonna send this through this DBX 166 through the first channel. Then I have the snare top through that channel. Then I have a floor mic in the drum room, like a mic literally pointed at the floor. And so I have that just smashed on this Fredenstein compressor. Then I'm putting the bass through the DBX 160A, the first one. And then I have the guitars through these 2 EQs, the API stuff. which these things are pretty sweet. They have a preamp, EQ, and compression, so that's like one chain, and then they have a whole second chain here of that. But I'm just using it for the EQ because I wanted to notch out some really specific stuff on the guitars and the main left and right pan guitars. And then down here we have the effects racks. So these are the two different things that I'm using for reverb. They've got some delay on there. They've got some other cool stuff. I'm just using them for just straight reverb. And then today I'm gonna try to put the bass DI through this Sans amp, which is badass and it's really cool. I've never mixed with this before. I've just tracked with it because it's just an input jack, so I've just plugged it in and just tracked with it. But I kind of want to put some more gain on the bass track, so that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically what's going on over here. That's it. There is also this purple compressor I might try out. There's this stereo bus compressor that I'm going to put the drums through as well. I'm just going to send the whole drum bus through and kind of not really smash it that hard because I'm not going to parallel compress it. I'm just going to straight up compress it and glue everything together. So that's basically what I'm doing over here. But I'm trying to utilize as much as I can. So, but I really do like this compressor. It's really easy to use. I just throw the bass on it and glues it all together. Fredenstein is one of my favorites. They have just some awesome stuff. I really like their stuff a lot. And this compressor down here sounds great on the vocals. It's also pretty easy to use, and you can get a ton of gain on this. I mean, it just has like a huge amount of headroom, so that thing's really easy to use. All this stuff isn't that hard to use. I'd say the hardest one to use is probably this guy because this is really technical, but if you know how to use compressors, then you can easily do it. I mean, it's not too bad at all. So that's pretty much what's going on over here. That's fast release. Okay. There's also this other room mic. It's really quiet. Put that floor mic in there. That snare is getting more and more fucking tight. Like every layer of compression I'm adding, this snare is like getting so choppy. I just feel like a lot of room noise doesn't really fit the song. It just sounds cool, but then once I like put it back in the song, you're like, that's way too much room noise. Like I don't even know that. Like it's cool for like certain parts, like the chorus part right here.
Like the instrumental sounds super good,
Mm-hmm.
but like the vocals sound like
Yeah, I need to fit the vocals in more for sure. That's the main thing I've kind of been working on.
And home. Oh, I'm not coming down.
I like the guitar, it's really dry.
yeah. It sounds great
I
though.
think the guitars sound cool, really dry, honestly. I don't really want to put any reverb on it. I mean, I might put like a little bit, but I really like the dry.
Yeah.
I know it's getting late, but oh, it's perfect timing.
Yeah, they sound super wide.
Like, I think I like where the drums are at. Like, it's not too roomy for this part. It's still in there. It's got some depth.
You could always like when you print your mix, you could like turn it up and down at certain parts.
Yeah, I think I will if I remember, because I always like, you know, I'm right here usually controlling the volume, everything. Usually I'm just riding the vocals the whole time, especially in someone like dynamic like her, where she's kind of all over the place. It's like kind of better to just ride that vocal, you know. And then like I ride the guitar sometimes, and the solo obviously I ride like all the time. Drums I don't touch. Once they're there, they're there. Yeah, you gotta have something else for the depth of the drums. Like if I just didn't have that floor mic in there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I do like how that sounds, so it's cool, but there's no extra depth to it.
So we got some reverb thrown on the vocals. Messing around with that.
Solo it for you.
What'd you say, Roark?
I'll solo it for you. Hold on, it's coming. Yeah, that double sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Strange noise happening. Now I'm gonna.
Classic producer stance.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Maybe cute, but vocals are better. Need them to pop out more. Need something in the mid range to cut through this guitar. God, that hurt my ears. I'm like losing a lot of like right below 1K. It's like really painful to my ears lately. That's exactly what I needed to hear to cut it out. So I
Yeah.
like boost that out of that. It really hurt my ears. I think I like how everything sounds right now. So I'm gonna try to do a mix. I'm actually gonna listen to.
You gonna try printing the mix?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little test run after I. So much more low end right here. Right here. Bass is just so much sub. It's like, oh, it's so much.
Remind us again what all you changed for the video.
For
Why does it
compared
sound
to
cooler?
today from the last time I mixed, well, I have a lot more compression on the drums. I guess the only thing really different that I did was I put the entire drum bus through an SSL stereo compressor down there. It just like glued the shit out of it. Probably hard to notice on the video, but it kind of is taking all those like extra random super loud punches and brings them down a little bit. Just kind of boosts everything up, you know what I mean? So you're not getting all these jumps. It's more like, you know, I don't know how else to explain it, but so that's a little bit different. And then the bass, I dialed in compression on that a little bit more too. So they just sound dope. So it's at least that. I experimented more with the vocal stuff.
You got that bass through the Sans amp, right?
No, I didn't end up doing that. I didn't end up figuring out how to do it. I tried for a second, but I don't know. I've never mixed with the Sans amp before, like with a pre-mixed track in. I've mic'd it up or like plugged in directly to it and recorded. I know how to do that. I'm not sure why it's not going through there though, so I'm not too worried about that. Bass sounds dope anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. It's like a ton of sub, like a lot of low end, so I'm kind of just using all that, kind of tearing away all the high end and like using some of the low mid stuff. So it's mostly sub though to go behind the drum. I mean, it pops out compared to the guitars. I have the guitars pretty low MIDI, especially in one of the other songs too. It sounds really heavy with all the low mids. Kind of, I try to clean that up. That's why I use those other two EQs over here, so I can get really specific with like the frequencies. So like on the guitars, it's like a lot of I'm kind of boosting like 300, which is like normally really freaking muddy. So I basically have everything else cut around 300-ish. And so I boosted the hell out of that with the guitar. So it just like with everything in there, it still sounds like it's got a lot of low end in it, but it's actually not like destroying the bass at all. Like they're completely separated, you know?
Yeah, they sound good.
So the guitar still sound full, but like it's like not blocking the low mids on the bass at all. So because the bass is a lot of sub, and the kick is kind of holding it out too in the sub areas. That's the main problem with mixing on the low end, is like getting the bass and the kick to kind of match in their own areas. And usually it just kind of depends how you record. Like sometimes you gotta decide if the bass is gonna take the majority of the sub, or if the kick is. And so, like I just heard when I was recording this, like the bass is like a ton of subs. So I'm like, I'm gonna let the bass take all the like 40, 50 hertz stuff, most of it, and then kind of cut the kick up to like 60. So that you gotta keep them like, it's like a puzzle piece. You gotta like fit them together. Otherwise, if they blend and shit, it's like there's no definition at all. So that's why it just like. I want to be able to feel all the low end in the bass and feel the punch of the kick at the same time, and have them like each have their own like kind of areas, you know, which is so much easier to do in digital because you can see where you're actually creating holes and stuff. So when you're doing it on analog, you have to really rely on your ears. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what I've been doing. Now I'm gonna try to do a printing of some mixes with actual volume controls and stuff while it's recording. So I have them all set pretty much where I want them to be. I don't think I'm going to change anything else right now, unless I'm going to do a couple of different print throughs. Just, you know, I usually do like a first trial run to see like, all right, when am I going to turn this up, or what am I going to adjust for like a little practice, and then I do like 2 more that's like the actual ones and see if I like them. So I'm going to try it out, see what happens. So I'm pretty much ready.
Oh yeah, practice run and then a print.
So I got to go from chord 23.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
Patching it
I
in,
gotta
man.
send the main mix left and right to inputs 23 and 24 on Pro Tools, so now it should be.
You got an audience, Roark. You better get.
There, now it's metering on the end, this last track.
Nice.
Not hit this compressor on here so hard. I can't. That's the lowest the threshold will go. Now I want to de-S it a bit because now our S's are popping up mad. Where's the de-esser? Oh, there isn't one on here. Oh, I thought there was. I don't want to go through with redoing all that. I'm just gonna turn down the volume and the voice a bit. I think it was alright. I think it was actually pretty good. I got one part where the solo kicked in was kind of strange, that I will say. I might re-punch in that part.
What are you saying?
The part where the solo came in was kind of weird. I waited too long to punch it in, or to unmute it. So I gotta find the solo. And you can always go back and fix things in the middle of the song, because all I'm doing is just recording to a physical audio track. And as long as all the other tracks are still there, I can just like reprint a mix in a certain area. So like right where that solo comes up again. Let me put this back to where it was. I'm gonna do that. Comes in so weird. I want it to sound natural. I still want to cut out all that weird feedback in the beginning. Just gotta time it.
Nice.
Just keep whatever was there before. Oh, yeah. Well, it's okay because, like I said, it's all the clips in the exact same place. So like, as long as the volumes are similar, like if the vocal was here on the original track and then there on the old track, then obviously you're gonna hear like a
Yeah.
everything is basically exactly where it was, so you're really not gonna tell.
Cout. Stim. T1, T2.
Sint.
Oval. Over.
I'll take that one.
Nice.
Which is fine.
Solo doesn't work, but it's back in stereo.
Like I can solo it, but it's not recording that way. You can just see up there. I'm soloing something that's silent right now, and it's metering. It's like what? But if I cut everything, but that, then it meters that. It's metering the vocals. But if I solo the vocals, it doesn't even care. Like it just like does its own thing. Alright, I'll try a legit mix this time then.
So are we doing this one?
Yes. Great waste of our time.
What did you do that you wound up figuring it out?
I don't know. I had to switch the source that I was recording from a few times to all these different tapes, and tape 2 ended up working fine. I have no idea what this shit is about the panning. I literally have no idea. It's just working now, so I don't know. Analog gear, I don't know. It just does that sometimes. I'm so drained from this. Like, I just wanted to just mix. It's like so incredibly difficult. It's like so difficult. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, now you're just like not even in the mindset.
Now it's working how it should be working, so I don't see any problem arising now. It should be fine. I'm recording it now. There's nothing I was doing on the faders was working. It's not recording when I solo something. It won't record it, which I don't need it to anyway. I just feel like it should. But it's recording my muting, so that's good. That's all I need to do.
Bro, it helped me last time to go just take a walk, grab some water, and just like think about it for a second.
Well, now I'm like, I'm fine now.
Nice, man. Muting the reverb.
Yeah,
This
it's cool
guy's
to
a
have
producer.
It's cool to have a dry signal like that. It's cool how her voice also goes dry right there. Just for like
Yeah.
a second. You know what I mean? Like cuts all back.
That's pretty good, man. How do you feel about that?
That was good, man. I'm gonna keep it. For some reason, this track keeps coming out a little bit quieter than the other ones, but I think it was a lot louder than the first time I did it. I kind of cranked it on the compressor. I was kind of using the makeup gain because the fader I just keep it at 100% the whole time, and the fader I can't control the input into the compressor with the master fader, but so I kind of had to like take this mix of my buses and just move it all down a little bit because it was hitting it too hard.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of too low on that one, but then I was like, fuck it, I like how it's hitting the compressor. It's just barely tapping it, so there's a makeup gain on here that I can control, and that feeds the volume straight into Pro Tools. So it did pretty good, actually. I thought it was pretty nice. So I finally got it done.
Congratulations.
It was quite a journey. It took a long time. I had to kind of teach myself how to use this board properly and let it do the things that I wanted it to do. So, yeah. I mean, it was pretty fun. It was just a lot more stressful than I expected it to be. And I got a lot more mad at certain things than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than that, but I ended up getting it done. Even though I was mad a second ago, I was like, I'm just going to get through it and just get it done. So I did. And I think it'll come out pretty nice. I think it was pretty fun messing with the real compressors and stuff and like dialing stuff in. If I had this board at home and I didn't have such a time restriction, I feel like you could do a lot of really awesome things with this board.
Do you like analog or digital mixing better?
I don't know. I think if I were to realistically like mix this for like something other than for Capstone project, I'd probably do a mix of both. Because like as far as EQing, I would probably EQ digitally because it's just so much easier. Like you might as well. It does the same. It's just EQ. It's not like, I mean, analog EQs, like you can get some cool stuff if you drive them the right way, but the EQs on this board are pretty basic. Like I could have done a lot of that stuff digitally and gotten a lot more niche and like cut and boosted a lot of more specific stuff. Like some more of the specific stuff, I used the hardware EQs because they were just, I just knew what I was doing more. Like you can actually see what you're doing. But even then, I probably would rather use the electronic ones. As far as like compressors, I would use real compressors all day, analog compressors for sure. And I love moving faders. Like I have no problem with that. Like that is awesome. I really like doing that. And like as far as bussing it and stuff, it'd be nice if I had more buses so I could like bus like the kick in and out, bus that to one bus, and then like snare to one bus, and like bus each guitar to their own thing, which I kind of was able to do luckily because I only had 4 like total guitar tracks out of all 3 tracks. But if there was any more than 4, I wouldn't have been able to do it really with only 8 buses. So you kind of get spoiled with Pro Tools, who has like 64 buses or something, which is like insane. So that would be nice. I hope I can go into a better studio at one point with an even better analog board, and then I'm not totally lost in what I'm doing. So yeah, I think it was worth it. I think it was a lot of fun actually. So this is the end of the documentation from start to finish. This is what it is. This is how you record and mix on analog. And I mean, it's up to you guys if you think digital. I mean, I wish I recorded analog. If I recorded straight to tape, this would have been much more analog-y, but I think that I would rather just marry digital and analog together. That's like the way to go. I don't think I would like to just go full digital or full analog, because full analog is a lot. It's kind of annoying. If I was better at it, then I would be perfectly fine with it. If this board was better, then I mean, it would be great. I think it would be awesome. It's a great board. If I knew how to use this board more, you know, if I had more time than just however many weeks I've spent doing this, which even then has been a lot of time for 3 tracks, but this was more of just like a learning experience than a real world activity, I think. But I'm gonna take what I've learned here and move it along to somewhere, another studio.
Hell yeah, man.
That's it. That's the Mamadog EP for you. Peace.